Hi, good morning, Bob and Joan. This is Scott Hunsaker with Coldwell Banker Preferred. Hey, I figured it was a good time to take a look at some of your competition that's on the market there. So I did a home search, made this search criteria such that it was between 450,000 and 520,000, and above 30, I think it was 3,000 square foot. And then what I did was I sorted that by the highest square footage down to the lowest square footage. So in other words, price per square foot, get the most value for your money type of thing. So was taking a look at that, and some of these properties are up around 5,000 square foot at 514,000. Of course, you're at 480,000 for 34,000. You can get another, 1,200 square foot. Now I assume some of this is probably in, finished basement, which they're counting here. Let me just go ahead and pull up a couple of pictures here. Take a look at it. Wow, that's a killer kitchen on that place. They've really done this up nice. So it's in pretty good condition. Again, for 514,000, and they're saying there's 5,000 square feet of space in this particular home, so that's a lot of space. This one's interesting. It's also, 4,500 square feet, but this one is on 15 acres of property. There was a point in time where I thought I was going to get the listing on this particular property. Unfortunately, I didn't. They were originally up and around the $700,000 number when they previously had it on the market, so they've dropped this down to 495. So they're within about 15,000 of your number. It's a little dated inside, but they also have a rental property right next to it. But it's one of those where you sort of have to rent to family. You can't really, take it outside and rent it outside. But it has 15 acres with it. It's all wooded. You cross a bridge into this particular property. The folks that were there on Saturday at your house actually expressed interest in this particular property. They're looking at this and saying, you know what, we have some work. If we would go for Roberts Lane for that particular property, we got some work there, but we really don't think we'd come out ahead with the investment that they'd have to make in order to bring it up to date. And they're looking at this and going, well, here we can get 4,500 square feet. Yeah, we got to do a bunch of work on this particular property, but it also comes with 15 acres of property. So, that's just trying to give you some insights into what they're thinking, so you can sort of see this. This one's a little different. It's not as new and as contemporary as your particular property, that's for sure. And this has low ceilings. It's a little older, dated, gosh, they have wallpaper and all sorts of good stuff in this. But this is sort of what you were competing against, at least with the folks on Saturday. So for an additional $29,900, I can go down to Brassington Drive in Collegeville here and pick up this particular home. Now, of course, this doesn't have the property and the seclusion that yours does, but it's a big home. It's new. It's contemporary. It's not a lot to fix up here. So just figure I'd flash through that just briefly here. Nice family room. Well-defined spaces. Sort of bad pictures, bad marketing here. So that was Brassington, 333 Meadowview Drive, again for $29,000 premium. This one's smaller square footage, so this one probably isn't a value in a lot of people's mind compared to, let's say, yours. So definitely not. A little funky, a little different. But for another 29,000 and less square footage, probably not as, and less acreage, probably not as much of competition for you. Keep going. So for just 20,000 more, you can end up with a short sale. Now this is Methacton School, so the school district isn't quite as good, at least in my opinion. Let's see if we can bring that up. Just bring up some of the photos. take a look at some of the pictures here. You can see there's some nice curb appeal out front. It's well landscaped, manicured, taken care of. Crenshaw ceilings and what looks like the living room. Yeah, the kitchen's all white. Looks like they have some repairs that are going to need to be done to this particular house too. Yeah, you can definitely see it. Walls, you know, sort of marked up and stuff. Fairly empty, so this one's unoccupied. Interesting. Carpets need some replacement here. Color palettes are a little bit interesting. So again, they'd have to spend like $20,000 more to get that particular property, but this one comes with about the same square footage but less property. And that's a short sale, so that may end up coming down a little bit further than that. Take a look at Springwood. This one's $19,900 more than yours and 4,000 square foot. So again, smaller property than yours, but for $19,000, they can have this particular place. The basement's finished on this. They got a built-in bar there. Looked like a little, I don't know, movie theater area. So basically what people are asking in their own minds is, you know, how much am I going to need to spend on Roberts Lane compared to going out and, you know, buying a home that doesn't need as much upgrades or work, and how much will I spend to make it worthwhile. Now, that sort of weighs off, you know, if people are really interested in the property and having additional acreage in the seclusion, well, then maybe they're willing to pay the premium. So here's another one, 805 Arbor Lane, for just $15,000 more. I can get into 4,000 square foot of house here. In a neighborhood, smaller property again, of course. Sort of your standard cookie cutter layout here. Some nice windows with the windows above and the skylights in the family room. Kitchen's a little plain Jane, but not bad. It's nice. Granite countertops. Laundry room downstairs. Wow, nice size master bedroom with sitting area. But again, they don't have to do a whole lot of fix up here. Probably do a few upgrades, but again, so for $15,000 more, I can get another 200 square feet, and I don't have to really make too much of an investment. Okay, so Truman Court really isn't competition. It's about 3,000 square feet, 489,000. You know, the houses in this particular neighborhood are actually a little funky looking when you go into them, so I wouldn't say that's really competition for you. This one's at about 3,000 square feet at about 489,000, so on your particular property they can get more square footage. So here we are at 480,000. Now it really gets interesting because we get to take a look at what's below us in terms of price. And so 3,000 square foot, okay, well it makes sense. You're losing 800 square foot, you're losing the property, 479, but you don't have any, you know, fix-ups. And this is, I think, a new build if I remember correctly. Schlosser Road, almost 4,000 square foot. It's on 2.5 acres, so you have the acreage here. And this is 475,000, so for 5,000 less than your particular property, I can get into this property. It's in this is Talmenson Township, so this is North Penn, I believe. Yeah, North Penn. Okay, over on Schlosser. It's a little different feel in terms of the layout. You know, they built your standard square foot home, square box home here. Brick exterior. The inside sort of, But you know, somebody would look at this and say, okay, what do I have to spend in order to upgrade it? Because, yeah, they're going to need to enclose some of this, sort of finish off this cabinetry and stuff like that, change the color palettes that are here, pull down, you know, some of the wallpaper striping and stuff like that. But, you know, decent square footage, decent acreage, sort of, you know, in the same boat that you're in terms of having to upgrade the property a bit. So, but again, for $4,000 less, I can get another, you know, 250 square feet or something like that. Layout, I wouldn't say is as nice as yours. Now here's one that's a little bit smaller than yours, but at $474,900. You know, we can take a look inside, see what this one looks like. Again, smaller acreage. Fuzzy pictures. Small lot. You know, little dated, some of the stuff that needs to be done. So, you know, may or may not be competition if somebody's willing to, you know, go with a little bit smaller property. Some of the folks that have been coming out to take a look at yours are really interested in the property size. Okay, so for $469,000, so about $11,000 less than yours, I can get 3,320 square feet. So again, smaller property size, 1.15 acres. Take a look at the interior of this. So it looks like it was refinished, some, you know, wide plank flooring, open beams, kitchen's okay, sort of nice, it's okay. It's going to appeal to certain tastes, and other tastes, you know, they're just not going to be into this. Color palette, you know, although they may love those colors, others may not. There's a pool in the backyard too here, and a barn for storage. So, you know, that's another one on the market that's going for a little bit less than your particular property. Okay, here's where it gets sort of interesting. You can see here at you know, 3,400 square feet, you got Mensch Road. So this one's fairly nice. It's you know, it's not doesn't need a whole lot of repairs or anything inside. So for a little less money, they can end up with this particular property, $20,000 less. They would lose about 400 square feet, 300 to 400 square feet there, and it's only 3/4 of an acre. Okay, so this one is running $459,000. Again, you know, 3,587, 3,587 square feet, smaller property, but for about you know, $10,000-$11,000 less. You know, it's all fixed up. It's current. So, and that one I believe has a finished basement as well, and a bar and everything in the basement. This one I think is interesting. It's been on the market for a long time though. It's real long time at this particular price, $457,000. It's better than an acre of property. It's down off of Gravel Pike in that little cul-de-sac where they have all those new homes sort of built. This one's a short sale, so that's been held up. The only thing that really needs to be repaired here is a deck in the back, and they really haven't kept the lawn mowed and stuff like that. But you know, again, for about $20,000, $23,000 less, they can end up with 3,200 square feet an acre of property, and not have to really do any you know, real repairs other than that deck in the back. So anyway, that's just a quick summary of some of the competition that's on the market currently that is competing against your particular home. Two buyers that I had out this weekend. One was more interested really in the property, was a little more forgiving of, you know, the condition, but you know, they want to, you know, they just didn't feel the price was right for the appropriate for the condition that it was in. So I think they were, you know, forgiving of the condition, they could work with that, but at the same time, they didn't feel like they could, you know, make the price work for them. The other folks did not want a project house unless, you know, it was just, you know, a massive deal in terms of, you know, square footage and acreage.